Hi, it's Tristan, a dating lady, and I was in Dollar General. Could not resist this mug. Well, there's my little tree on the shelf. I know you can hardly see it. See if I can get closer to it. See? And these are my different ornaments. And little trees, 2 shells. This is my porch we're looking at. Plus my plants. And that's the bag I got from Lion Brand. See, I have a little more. That's my painting table, I call it. And here are my lights strung up. That's it for my porch. Well, it's Sunday morning and the birds say hello. Hello. Hi, it's me, Trisha, the knitting lady, and I'm trying to do 2 things at once. What else is new? I don't know where time goes, do you? I didn't even start working yet, and I still don't have enough time. That will start the end of the week. I have to start. So let me get my notes. So, I've been getting sidetracked on YouTube. What else is new? I don't have a TV, so that's all I watch. And I've been watching YouTube videos about the crazy people in airports. I have airports on my mind. My son is dating an airline pilot, so I'm even reading a book. It's called Fly Girl. I'm not reading it. It's an audio book. I borrowed it when I drove out to Tampa. I haven't finished listening to the whole thing. I renewed it from the library. I have to listen to the rest of it. It's called Fly Girls by Keith O'Brien. And it's about 5 daring women who defied all odds and made aviation history. So, most of these women I haven't heard of before. And one of them, the only one I've heard of before, is Amelia Earhart. The rest of them, no. It's amazing. I mean, and that was the early days of airlines and everything. Definitely not like today. It's amazing how far it's come, though, since the beginning of the 20th century. You know, we sent somebody to the moon. It's just amazing. But these women really had to know a lot of things to get the airplane up in the air. One of them, he was even talking about how something had to be adjusted so the cabin didn't fill up with carbon monoxide. Wow, crazy, huh? So that's what I've been listening to, and I have some trivia about airports. So what's the largest airport in the United States by land area? It encompasses 54 square miles, and that would be Denver International Airport. And it's second in size only to the King Fahd International Airport in Saudi Arabia. Double in size to Dallas. I thought Dallas was the biggest. I've been to Denver. I didn't know it was that big. Which airport has an ultra posh lounge? It's called the Windsor Suite. Well, I think you can guess that. It's Heathrow in London. It was once reserved for visiting heads of state, but it was open to the public in 2012. But if you want to go to the lounge, it costs over $2,000, $4,000 for a 2-hour stay. But it comes with all the Dom Perignon you can drink. And it's funny, I'm watching those videos and how they don't let really drunk people on planes. But I'm sure if you're paying that much, you're not going on a regular air, you're probably going a private jet. But you get other amenities besides all the Dom Perignon you can drink. I guess I won't be able to afford that, since I'm limited to one drink anyway. That's about all I can handle. Now, this is something that I'm sure most of you can guess. What's the most popular item purchased at U.S. airports newsstands? And they give a choice of 4 things: water, gum, wine, magazines. Well, you know it's not wine. But, in fact, I was surprised to see wine. I don't remember seeing wine at those newsstands. But it's water. And the Hudson Group, which operates more than 950 newsstands, they said they sell the most water. So due to TSA regulations or restrictions on carrying liquids, that's why water's the most popular. I mean, I've done that too. You go buy a thing of water once you go through security. Okay, I found my other notes. I have notes for tomorrow when I have karaoke. I think I'm going to do some Christmas carols. That's getting on another subject, which I won't get into today. Now, what's the busiest airport in the country? And I'm sure a lot of you can guess that too. That's Atlanta. Delta Airlines flies out of Atlanta. They're Atlanta-based. And, oh, I have one more question. Which country has the most airports? Now, I thought it was China. I guess because of the size of China, but it's not. They have less than 300 airports. The United States, on the other hand, has 19,633 private and public airports. I didn't know we had that many, but it kind of makes sense, because I know we have a small airport here in Ormond Beach. Next door, Daytona, they have a public airport. And most of the small towns around here I see have their own airport. I wonder how many airports are in Florida alone. I have to look that up, because it seems like I've seen a lot of signs when I'm driving, airport this way, airport road, etc., etc. So that's interesting, isn't it? Maybe because Florida is so flat that we're able to have more airports. I don't know. Now, I'm going to go on another subject, because I don't know why I was thinking of that. I know most of us have had terrible bosses. I know I have. And we're nice to them because we think we don't want to get a bad reference. If they call for a reference from the boss, we don't want them to say anything bad about us. So sometimes I think we act nicer than we should. I'm not worried about that anymore from the job I retired from, since it's been over 10 years and it's relevant. Yeah, that's the word, irrelevant. They're not going to call them for a reference. And in fact, I think my former boss doesn't work there anymore, because she was near retirement age too. She was the worst boss I ever had. She was horrible. She was a horrible boss. It's funny, she treated me like she really wasn't that good to me, but yet she relied on me a lot, because she knew I knew what I was doing. But if someone called me for, a reference, they say, so-and-so wanted to call you for a reference, would I give her a good one? No. I wouldn't. I know that sounds mean, but I wouldn't do it. Or her boss was another one. I don't need them anymore anyway. Now, if you ask me, I'd say about, not 5 years. Yeah, I guess 5 years ago, or maybe a little more than that, I would tell them not to call me for that. But if they did call me for reference, I wouldn't give them a good one now. That's what happens when you're mean to people. There's no reason to be mean to good employees, you know. And and yet I've had good bosses too. But the bosses I had at this company were horrible. They were not nice people. I stayed there to get my pension. I always tell my son, if I had a 401k too, but they stopped the pension and they changed everything over to a 401k. We had the pension and the 401k. But if they had changed it beforehand, I would have left and just taken the 401k with me. But I had to spend so many years in there to get the pension. It wasn't easy. So, oh well, enough about that. I'm sure all of us, or most of us, have experienced that. And I'd like to get some comments. If you haven't experienced that, I would like to hear some good news or something positive. I really would. So take care, and I'll talk to you again. Bye now.